We are live now.
Okay. Today, Thinkers 122 webinar. Topic is impact of Sanatani Hinduism on world leaders. Last 3 times we have heard from the Ravi Kumar ji regarding Hinduism in different countries, and today we will listen on world leaders.
Ji, can't hear you.
बोलिए. Okay.
Increase your volume. Can you hear him? I'm not able to hear.
Your device is open or not?
Now I can hear you.
Now it is all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome everybody. Today is the 152 webinar of Thinkers Club, and we are going to start on the topic of impact of Sanatani Hinduism on world leaders. After the Pakistan war, the word of Hinduism, the importance has developed a lot. And it is a matter of pleasure that in 1925, the RSS established by Dr. Keshav Khadgoyar and Nagpur. And now, in 2025, Digital Assembly, it will be complete the centenary. So you can call this as centenary year. So we have got our speaker is most honorable one in the field of RSS. He has worked as in charge of the foreign countries for so many years. And out of his experience gathered, he will speak on Hinduism in outside India. Now, one thing during the centenary year, the government has done one thing. He has declared RSS as an NGO. So all government servants can join. So this is the official declaration by Modi government. And as is the NGO, all government officials can join in this organization. So for the bachelors and the merits of all RSS members, we are all happy that we are going to observe the celebration of RSS in this year. So now I'll request Mr. Ravi Kumar to speak on his experience, the broad experience he has beyond while he was in charge of the foreign countries regarding the impact of Sanatani Hinduism on world leaders. Now I'll request Ravi ji to narrate your experience, please.
Thank you very much. First, I'll say a few things about RSS, which is now in the 99th year, and in October it will reach 100th year, Vijayadashmi. Before the RSS had started, it was started by a person called Dr. Keshav Baliram Hedgewar, and Hedgewar was living in Nagpur. And he was a part of the Congress Congress party. He was a very active member of Congress party. Some leaders of Congress were to come from other parts of other cities. So big welcome was arranged, meetings were arranged so that it will give boost to the patriotic people. So it was decided that Dr. Hedgewar should go to other towns of Vidarbha around Nagpur so that his programs in different cities, different towns can be held. Whereas the Nagpur group, they said, we will take care of his program in Nagpur. So Dr. Hedgewar went to other cities. When he came back, he came to know that the meeting was disturbed by a few unruly elements, and thousands of people who had assembled, within a few minutes, they dispersed away. So he asked various Congress leaders what happened, why our meeting leader could not speak, why the meeting was disturbed. They said some miscreants had brought some frog and slowly let it into the crowd. And they started shouting, "Oh, snake has come, snake has come." So, thinking that snake has come because the frogs are making noise, people got scared and they ran away. Then said, "But we knew that some miscreants, the Britishers, are going to disturb this meeting, so we were prepared for it. So why you could not stop them from going?" He said, "What I can do alone? The crowd was big and I was alone." Then he asked another leader. He said, "Same thing. What I can do alone?" So everybody was thinking that we have gone there in big numbers, but everyone thinks that I am alone. So this is a big disease in our Indian society, that we want everything to happen, but then we are scared of taking the leadership, and we always say, "I am alone." So he thought, "I will start an organization where it will not be alone, we will be together, and therefore we will not allow miscreants to take care." Then another occasion, he had gone to a festival where suddenly one elderly person got dizzy and he fell down. So the people surrounding him said, "Are, are, please bring water." So first man told the second man, "Please bring water." The second person told the third person, "Please bring water." The third person told the fourth person, "Please bring water." So it was going on. Everyone is telling another person, "Please bring water." Dr. Hedgewar had nothing to do with the person who had fallen down. So he went and brought the water and gave. Then he realized that in society there are many people to give advice. This should be done, that should be done. Very few people to implement it. And so he said, "I'll start an organization of selfless workers who will rise to the occasion. They will be patriotic. They will say service about self, above self." So that is how RSS started in 1925. Next time when I come for some other program, I'll tell a few other interesting anecdotes about RSS. Now we'll go to our subject, and I'll tell a few world leaders who have been attracted by Hindutva. Recently, we know that thousands of Hindus in Bangladesh have been butchered and killed in the last 1.5 years. And the killing of Hindus is going on in small villages. In so many madrasas and masjids, a loudspeaker, they are saying, "Hey, kafir, leave your daughter, leave your wife, leave your sisters if you care for your life, and run away from here. Otherwise, all of you will be killed." So all these people from different villages are coming to Dhaka with tears in their eyes, and they are saying, "Please, save my wife, save my daughter, save my mother, save our women folk." So this is every day happening in Bangladesh. But the world was silent about whatever was happening under Yunus Muhammad. But for the first time, we saw in America the lady called Tulsi Gabbard. She is now the foreign minister. She said what is happening in Bangladesh is to be condemned. Genocide of Hindus should not take place. Hindus have been having similar attacks on them in Naukhali in 1940s. In 1920s, we were butchered in Kerala. But nobody in the world ever spoke about the Hindu being butchered. For the first time, Tulsi Gabbard has spoken, a responsible person from America. Similarly, Vivek Ramaswamy, who is also of Indian origin, but he is there in the race for in the political party, is in a very high position. He also condemned the atrocities on Hindus. So slowly Hinduism is being understood by various people. So we have to work on this and see that the Hindu sympathy from various parts of the world increases, Therefore, people will be afraid to touch Hindus. Now, I will tell you a few other things that have happened in 20th century and 21st century. We all know Steve Jobs because we use iPhone and MacBook, etc. This is iPhone, where you see an Apple photo at the back. This in the year 1973, Steve Jobs, the owner of, later on he became the owner. In 1973, he was just a small student in the university. He did not have money to pay the fees, so he dropped out from the university. He collected some money, and then in the year 1974, not knowing what is my future and what I should be doing, he came to India and went to Neem Karoli Baba's ashram, that is somewhere near Nainital. He stayed there for quite some time because though Neem Karoli Baba had passed away 1 year before, generally people think that such places are blessed by these divine souls, and therefore it is always good to visit such places. He remained there for a few months, and then he returned to America, this time with pajama and kurta and with Bhagavad Gita in his hand. While he was still in Neem Karoli Baba ashram, various devotees, when they come, they are given by the pujari some fruit. A small boy was given an apple. So the boy ate a bit of that apple and he kept it on a table. Immediately, Steve Jobs took a photo of that little bit eaten apple, and that apple, which an Indian boy had eaten and left, is the brand emblem icon of iPhones. You can see that apple in all the products of Steve Jobs. Then, so the Steve Jobs, later on, he slowly became a multi-millionaire, very, very successful company. Apple became one of the leading companies of the world. At that time, he wrote a letter to all the big billionaires of America, and he told them, in business, sometimes you are rising, sometimes you will be falling. Sometimes there will be happiness, there will be sometimes tension. So whenever you meet with some tragedy in life, do one thing. Go to India, go to any of the ashrams. You may go to Tiruvannamalai ashram, you may go to Haridwar, you may go to Rishikesh, you may go to Neem Karoli Baba ashram, or you may go to, in Maharashtra, Nasik is there, Shirdi is there, a lot of people come there. So you go anywhere, you will find peace and you will find your prayers being answered. Many years later, the Facebook person who started Facebook, he also had a problem in his life. Then he remembered what Steve Jobs had told him. So he said, let me go to India. He went to India, he came back with various ideas. That was Mark Zuckerberg. When Narendra Modi visited America, Mark Zuckerberg met Narendra Modi and told him, when Steve Jobs had a problem, he went to India, the problem was sorted out. When I had a problem, I went to India, my problem was sorted out. Julia Roberts, a great film actress, she had a problem, she went to India, her problem was sorted out. India seems to be the place for Shall I proceed or okay?
Kindly don't interrupt, please, anyone, please. Sir, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. In the year 2000, it was 1st January 2000. People say it is the turn of the millennia. That means we are entering into the third millennium year. At that time, Kofi Annan was the United Nations General Secretary. he said, in United Nations, our job is to stop war and to make world prosperous, make a happy place. So we have various programs for various people. We invite all the politicians and say, let us create a better world. Then education, we have got UNICEF. Then for children also we have children's education fund, etc. But we never have anything to do with religious leaders. So I am going to invite all the religious leaders based on their population and their strength, not country-wise, but by population-wise. So he invited the Catholics, the Protestants, the Buddhists, the Hindus, etc., and the atheists, etc., in proportion to their population. So you could see there the various Hindu and Buddhist leaders coming from Bharat, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, etc., and China also. They were all in yellow saffron color, Bhagwa Vastra. And those who had come from Middle East, following various sects of the Islam, Shias and Sunnis and Ahmadiyas, etc., they were in white dress. Similarly, the Christians also were in white dress coming from Europe and Africa. So in that hall of 2000, around 400 people were in Hindu and Buddhist countries. And the question before all of the religious leaders was, how do you find peace in the world? How to stop religious violence? So some of the people said, if all people are converted to my religion, then there will be peace. Till then we have jihad. Till then we have religious war, holy war. This is what various sects coming from Europe, from Middle East, and they were all saying. But the Hindus and Buddhists said, the war is a result of people's mind going in the wrong track. If you take care of the people, the wars can be taken care. If the people's mind is tuned for peace, then there will be peace in the world. So individual is responsible for peace. And in order to make the individual peaceful, there are different methods: Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Karma Yoga, etc. are there. Or in the Buddhist philosophy, there are eightfold path. You follow any of these things, make the individual a better Indian, a better human being, and then there will be no war in the world. Listening to all these things, Kofi Annan said, the General Secretary of United Nations, that there are some people who say that everyone should be converted to my religion, which is impossible. Not possible that everyone will go Catholic, everyone will become Protestant, or everyone will become Shia or Sunni. That world God has made, it will be multilingual, multi-religion, and plurality is the order of the day. Therefore, we should find how people retaining their religion and their language can still come together for a common cause. And I find the answer is only with Hinduism and Buddhism. So I call upon all the Hindus and Buddhists, please preach your religion, your philosophy to the rest of the world without converting them. So this is what he said. The whole program was funded by Ted Turner. Now, Ted Turner was in charge of CNN. Ted Turner had made a lot of money because of his exclusively rights on the Gulf War, in which Saddam Hussein had attacked Kuwait. So, showing this to the world, he was able to make a lot of money. So he said, I earned money by war. Now I want to spend money on peace. Therefore, he gave this money, $3 billion to Kofi Annan, and said, arrange a meeting of all religious people. And there, so Kofi Annan asked Ted Turner to come and speak. Ted Turner said, I am not a speaker. I came here only to listen and see how peace can be brought about. but still he was asked to speak. And then he said, when I was a small child, I used to attend church with my grandparents. In the church, I asked the father once, Father, you are saying that only those who are Christians can attain moksha, will go to heaven. Others cannot go to heaven. Now, for example, Christ was born 2000 years before, but Buddha and Socrates and Plato and many others were born 2500 years before. Will they go to heaven? The father said, no, not at all possible. They cannot go to heaven. He said, what is their fault? Why should they be punished in eternal hell? He said, their fault was that they were born before Jesus Christ. He said, this is very funny. How can I choose when I should be born? This is not in my hand. It is the God who has created me. He said, don't ask questions. They cannot go to heaven. They will be eternally in hell. Then he said, there are many places in India, many places around the world where there are no church. Those people have never heard about Jesus. Will they go to heaven? Again, the answer was no, they cannot go to heaven. He said, what is their fault? It is their fault that they were born in a place where there is no church. Now, when Ted Turner heard all these things, he said, that small boy, Ted Turner as a small boy said, in that case, heaven will be a lonely place. And I don't want to be in heaven. I would prefer to be in hell where all the intellectuals, great people, personalities of the world will be there. So this he narrated again in United Nations. Now you see the non-Hindus are speaking about pluralism, about unity in diversity, which are all hallmark of Hinduism. So this is about 2000 year. Then 2006, you know Sunita Pandya, but some people call her Sunita Williams, that space personality. I'm very happy that she has safely come back through the efforts of Elon Musk. Now that she is back, when in 2006 she went into space, she's the first lady to go to space twice, to spend more than 6 months in the outer space. All these records she has made. So she was asked, you were in space for nearly 6 months all alone. To live alone is very difficult for man. Man is a social animal. He always needs some friends, somebody to talk to. So you were alone there in the space and you never know what is going to happen next moment. But how did you remain there calm and courageously? You are not afraid? He said, how can I be afraid? While going, I had taken three things with me. I had taken Lord Ganesha with me. I had taken Bhagavad Gita with me. And my father, Dr. Deepak Pandya, had given me a letter in Sanskrit language because Sanskrit is the language of the gods. And he told, you are going into the outer space. Perhaps it is closer to heaven. Perhaps it is closer to the godly place. So in case you encounter God, you can give him this letter so they can understand the Sanskrit, the divine language. So when I am having Bhagavad Gita with me, Ganesha with me, and the divine language Sanskrit with me, how should we be afraid? This is the answer given by a girl, by a lady born and brought up in America. So this is how Hinduism is understood by some prominent persons. I'll give you one more example. Lisa Miller is a very famous writer. She writes in Newsweek and various other American newspapers and magazines. 2007 was the 60th year of India's independence. So on 15th August 2007, she wrote an article in Newsweek. Before that, she had paid money to, there are certain agencies that they conduct various surveys. One of them is called PEW. The 3 questions were asked. Do you think that to go to heaven, you need an intermediate person, like you need a father, you need a pope, you need somebody? So ask people whether you need somebody as an intermediate person. And to go to heaven, some religions say that this body must be intact. That is why many of the Muslims and Christians do not donate blood, do not donate organs, do not give eyesight, etc. Once Syed Kirmani, a famous Indian wicketkeeper, he went to a eye hospital and said, after my death, I want to donate my eyes. The mullahs made fatwa against him that you are doing anti-Islamic work. In Islam, you are not supposed to donate any part of your body. So after 1 week, he went and withdrew his name. He said, I will not donate. As a true Muslim, I cannot do this. So some people are saying that this body should be maintained. That's why they bury the body with full dress and all they give, shoes, everything they give. So that there's a song in Hindi, it says, सजन रे झूठ मत बोलो, खुदा के पास जाना है, न हाथी है, न घोड़ा है, न BMW, रोल्स रॉयस है, वहां तो पैदल ही जाना है. Therefore, in order to go there on foot, you must have proper shoes and you must have vision, etc., etc. So, do you believe in this? This question was asked to all the Christian majority Americans, and they had known in advance that these questions are coming. Some people are coming to take our answers. So the Christian lobby, they told all their people that you must answer only one. You should say that a pope, a father, an agent is required between God and individual. Without his approval, you cannot go to heaven. So this should be our answer. And second, this body is required to go to heaven. This should be answered. In spite of all the fatwas from the churches, majority of the people, more than 60% of Americans have said, we don't need an agent. The soul knows where to go. It will find its path by itself. Second is, we don't need this body. The body anyway will perish within a few months. Therefore, to go to heaven, the soul will find its own way to go to heaven. So this is how all these things, then Lisa Miller says, if you agree to these things, unknowingly 60% in America are following Hindutva, though they do not know that there is a religion called Hinduism or Hindutva. So that is how Hindutva, because of its universal and scientific approach, is able to tell the world that we can make the world peaceful through our methods. So I'll stop here. I told something about RSS and I have told you something about world leaders who spoke about various aspects of Hinduism. Now, if you want, you can add something and you can, if you want to ask something, you can ask something. There's enough 20 minutes time meant for this. Thank you very much. But just see that those who are speaking should speak for a short time. They should not give their big lectures. So anybody?
Sorry, I'm Dr. Nanandas,
Ah.
secretary was. Are you hearing?
I'm hearing.
Right. Actually, you have told the actual position as already occurred, but I'm going to tell something. It may be a new concept.
Very good. Very good.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, in the last day, I think last Sunday also, we talk in this issue, in the particular issue, we talk, of course, in Oriya language. However, human beings they are actually primitive and wild since lakhs of years. Since only 10,000 years, they tend towards the civilization
Right.
and covered all over the world, forming languages, religions, caste, and borderlines, as on today what we find. So the religions what we find, it is say Ramayana is 7,000 years, Mahabharata is 5,000. These are all mythology, but history of I think it has come up after 3,000 years. It is 2,600 years Buddhist and journeys like that. Okay, so when we find actually what we were finding the actual position of the outcome of these religions on the ground and what it should be for the peace of the world, right? Within this time, say before 2000 years, Christian religion, it has covered most of the country of the world. 14 years earlier, Islamic religion, it has covered almost 57 countries of the world. But although the Sanatani culture is the oldest one, there is not a single country in the world there. And as you already told, we have also noticed in Bangladesh, the massacre against the Hindus presently 22nd April in Kashmir, and already it has been completed in Pakistan and Afghanistan also. So there is no place for the Hindus for their shelter in the world. And now you know in India also their position. You see, say about 10 days back, Chief Minister Uttar Pradesh, Mr. Jogi, he told if within the 100 of Hindus, one Muslim is safe. But with hundreds of Muslims, 50 Hindus are not safe. So Hindus should, but Hindu culture, when we find now, the all religion basic thing is okay. The religions, the followers who are rightly following the religions, they are also okay. Just like Dubai, Abu Dhabi, the rest of the UAE countries, and Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, because they follow it rightly. In Abu Dhabi, they can also allow to have Hindu temple there, so they are well off. But other countries, those are in falsehood and negatively, and with the crime and terrorism, they are basic thing. They are cursed countries. As in today, we see Pakistan is the mass begging. Frankly speaking, they're right in ground level. What I find the outcome of this thing, the resulting, where they are negatively they are taking their religion. The outcome is mass begging, poverty, crime, and terrorism. And even after the other religions, among them also the same religion the sectors, they are also there the difference. But what we find today in the world, who are remaining in India, they are well off, irrespective of any religion or any scheme. It is for everybody. It is not religion-wise or caste-wise, something like that. It is for everybody. So why it is so? Though it is secular country, because the culture is Sanatani culture. In Sanatani culture, Sabhe Bhavantu Sukhina, Vishwabhavanka Kutumbhava, because these are the most valuable, most, very much all worldwide benefit. And it is not for any, because any in the Hindu culture also, we never some far or get difference to other religions. We also welcome them. But in you already you have narrated and what we find the other religious person, they don't allow the other religion. However, so though it is secular country, because why our India is now, I can say, the best country of the world, because due to the culture is Sanatani culture, where all should live well. In last G20, our Prime Minister, presidency of Narendra Modi ji, he told one earth, one family, and one future. So this is a very good thing. Actually, all mankind, entire mankind belong to the earth. We have created the religion and all these things, and it is one family and almost live well. This is the only way peace of the world. So what I'm going to tell you, if now also, what I find, I find from the TV that even the Muslim person, they are telling, I am Sanatani Muslim, I am Sanatani Pathan, because they see in Bangladesh, the neighboring countries, how of this category, they are worst position. They live better here. So Sanatani culture should be here. I have also proposed to Honorable Prime Minister that it should be Hindu country, so that all should have same rights, same benefit, and all will live well. So it will be united, unity, morality, assault would be there. So what I think, so if this principle will be taken by all through the world, then only we can get the global peace. So I don't want to put more my thoughts. Thank you very much.
Very good, very good. What you have said is true. We have to propagate Sanatan Dharma all over the world.
Right.
Unless Sanatan Dharma goes to all the countries, there will be no peace. Only when Ukraine Prime Minister and Russian Prime Minister are Hindus, there will be peace in Russia and Ukraine. Otherwise, there will always be war.
Exactly.
Because all other religions, they talk of me against you. They don't talk you and me together. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is only there in Sanatan Dharma. If we don't propagate, then it is our mistake. That is what Kofi Annan told, that I hold every Hindu and Buddhist responsible for all the problems of the world, because you have the solution, but you are not propagating it. So I urge upon all the Hindus and the Buddhists, please go all over the world. Convert all of them to your philosophy without converting their religion.
Exactly. What you mean.
We need
Yes.
missionaries. We
Yes.
need missionaries and not people who give lectures.
Right.
So, like Hare Ram, Hare Krishna is going all over the world. We have to go all over the world and bring peace in the world.
Let all the religions be there, but
Sir,
with positive of the positiveness of this Hindu culture.
I have one point. Myself, Pratap Rao from Chhattisgarh. Actually, just I'm traveling, but I am attending your webinar. Sir, two things just I want to tell. It is the right time the government of India should bring at a national level, the parliament to pass an enactment that anti-conversion law. One, another is that even if the most advanced country of world, UK, they have also blasphemy laws. Therefore, we should have to protect Hinduism that because Hinduism should not be considered as the most liberal, and you can misuse and you can project in any way. You will find in most of the Bollywood movies, Hindu gods are being projected in a very disgraceful manner. So third is that I agree with the Sir Raghunandan Das sir that it is the earliest, it is the right time to propagate Hinduism, even if you are not looking to convert the people. These three things I want it should be carried at the by at government level also, because it is not by individual. It should be at institutional level, sir.
Pratap Kumarji, I want to ask you, which party you belong to?
No, he is serving.
Huh? No.
So I belong to now
I
the
want to
incumbent
know,
government. I belong to incumbent government.
if you don't join political party, you cannot change the government. So
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
ask things to happen, miracles to happen. No, you have to join political party. And in any big city, the voting percentage is less than 55%. Why is it so? Because we never vote, and the 10 crore Rohingyas, the Bangladeshis, and the Pakistanis having false ID card, they are voting and they will bring about a change in the government, and we don't go and vote. And why you ask questions? Unless people
These
become
are the questions.
party members.
So this is not the questions. This is that if people are at a policy level basis
I am not.
level, then you can
No,
influence the
unless you
government.
join. See, unless you and your big group of people join political parties, what you said cannot happen. So, if you want that to happen, make all the people join political parties and then bring about the change. If
So this
if you don't
this is
join political party, you don't make big statements. Join the parties.
I'm not talking big statement. These are the suggestions
No,
placed to the
just now you
government.
made a statement that government should do this. Become the government. You must become the government. Otherwise, giving advice to others is very easy. You have to change. You have to make the change happen. And now you have got excuses. I got this, I got that. If you cannot
No,
do
no, no.
it, get it through your friends, your brothers and sisters. They should be able to do
Sir,
it.
unless until the legislation is not there, sir, at
Yeah,
legal
yeah,
level, you
yeah.
can't implement
Legislation is
it.
done by
That's
people.
what's required.
So you put your people in the legislation. Your people should be there. Why they are not getting? Why they are not working?
No, no, no. The people, those are conscious. They want it, and I think someone
If
has to start this
do
movement.
it, do it. Yeah,
Someone has to start this movement.
Majority must be there. Otherwise,
yeah. You start today, there will be majority after 10 years.
This movement must start.
Yeah.
We should not wait that 100
See,
people will join, and then I shall start it.
you know, Ashok Singhal started this Ram Janmabhoomi in 80s, 90s.
Yes,
And
yes,
now the temple has come. It takes time.
yes.
But where is the movement for this? Have you ever started a movement? If you don't start a movement, how it is possible? Start a movement, everything is
Yes.
possible.
This is the just a thought I am sharing this platform.
But whatever you're carrying, yeah, okay, next.
मी ॲडव्होकेट सर्वेश्वर बेहरा.
सर्वेश्वर जी, नमस्ते.
नमस्कार रवि जी, नमस्कार।
नमस्कार जी, बोलिए कैसे हो?
ठीक ठीक है।
बोलिए.
ये आपने जो बोला कि संघ का प्रभाव अभी विश्व में जो चल रहा है,
हाँ.
उसके बारे में एक दो एग्जाम्पल बताएंगे तो हमारे ऑडियंस थोड़ा प्रभावित होंगे।
जरूर. एक बार टाइम है क्या? अभी टाइम हो गया है.
ठीक है, बोलिए. नो टाइम से कुछ नहीं.
ओके ओके. एक बार गुजरात में अर्थक्वेक हुआ था, आप जानते हो, 2000 के आसपास, 2002 2003 में. तो भूकंप के कारण बहुत बड़ा भयानक भूकंप था. कच्छ में, अंजार में, बचाव में, भूज में. तो इंग्लैंड के अपने सेवा इंटरनेशनल वालों ने पैसा इकट्ठा किया, लोगों को बताया कि आप जितना डॉलर दोगे, जितना पाउंड्स दोगे, वो पूरा का पूरा हम जो लोग हैं उनके लिए जाएगा. हमारा ओवरऑल एक्सपेंसेस के लिए हम उसमें से कोई भी परसेंटेज पैसा हम नहीं लेंगे. उन दिनों में रेड क्रॉस जैसे संस्था ने भी बताया कि जो आप डोनेट करोगे हमको, उसमें से 5% हम लोग अपने एक्सपेंसेस के लिए निकाल के रखते हैं, क्योंकि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चलाने के लिए पैसा चाहिए, वो डोनेशन से ही निकालते हैं. लेकिन हमने बता दिया, सेवा इंटरनेशनल, वी विल नॉट डिडक्ट ए सिंगल परसेंटेज. जितना भी पैसा आपने दिया वो सब हम उधर भेज देंगे. तो उसके कारण सेवा कार्य गुजरात में शुरू हुआ. तो कुछ लोगों ने कैंपेन किया हमारे खिलाफ कि देखो गुजरात में राइट्स हुए हैं, हिंदू मुस्लिम राइट्स हुए हैं, और ये लोग बोलते हैं कि हमको सेवा कार्य के लिए पैसा दो, और ये सारे पैसे गलत काम में उपयोग हुआ है, राइट्स के लिए पैसा गया है. तो वहाँ एक मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट जिसने हमारे साथ जाकर कई लोगों से डोनेशन लाकर हमको दिया था, वो चिल्लाने लगा, यू पीपल हैव मिसयूज्ड माय मनी एंड माय नेम. अगले बार मुझे इलेक्शन में कौन वोट देगा? तुम्हारे साथ आकर मैं फंस गया हूँ. आई डोंट वांट टू हैव एनी रिलेशन विथ यू. तब हमने उनको बताया कि आपने जो पैसा दिया उसके लिए तुमको वहाँ से रिसीट भी आया है, और उन्होंने तुमको लिखा भी है कि तुम्हारे पैसे से हमने क्या क्या काम किया है, कितने घर बनाए हैं, कितने मंदिर बनाए हैं, कितने स्कूल बनाए हैं, ये सब लिख के दिया है तुमको, आप जाकर देख सकते हो. अब मैं चलता हूँ तुम्हारे साथ. तो बोले कि ये तो जैसे झूठ है, आप मेरे साथ चलेंगे तो अचानक वो लोग थोड़ा थोड़ा दिखा देंगे, ये देखो यहाँ स्कूल है, यहाँ घर है करके, वो सच नहीं होता है, ये सब झूठ बताने वाले लोग हैं आप लोग। तो बोले कि आप खुद ही चले जाओ, ऐसे आरोप मत लगाओ। तो बोले कि ठीक है। तो उसने क्या किया, अपने साथ और भी 7 मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट को लेकर गया और बिना बताए सीधा गुजरात में पहुंच गया और बताया कि हमारे पास यह रिसीट है और आपने लिखा है कि यहाँ ये गांव में, ये गांव में, ये गांव में आपने मंदिर बनाया है, वहाँ पब्लिक कम्युनिटी हॉल बनाया है, स्कूल बनाया है, घर बनाया है, माई वॉन्ट टू सी दैट। तो उन्होंने बताया कि वहाँ जाने के लिए आप जीप में ही जा सकते हो, लेकिन आपको हम मोटर बाइक में बैठकर ले जाते हैं। तो ये 7 मेंबर्स ऑफ पार्लियामेंट और हमारे लोग 7 लोगों ने मोटर बाइक में उनको अलग अलग गांव में दिखाया कि देखो वहाँ पूरा लिखा हुआ है, तुम्हारा नाम लिखा है, वी रिसीव दिस डोनेशन फ्रॉम यूके। और फिर यहाँ यूनाइटेड नेशन ने सर्टिफाई किया है कि दिस बिल्डिंग हैज बीन कंस्ट्रक्टेड विथ अ मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी, कि दोबारा जब भूकंप आएगा इट विल नॉट बी डैमेज्ड। तो वी हैव ऑल दिस। तो दो 7 people came back to England and they told us, we are very, very sorry to find fault with you. We have seen that you have done excellent work in Bhuj. Now, because we 7 people thought that we are misled, we will collect many more dollars from other people, many more pounds from our people, and then donate it to you. तो उन्होंने एक बहुत बड़ा रकम फिर से एक बार कलेक्ट करके हमें दिया। दिस शोज कि हमारा सेवा इंटरनेशनल जो करता है वो वैसे ही खड़ा रहता है। तो इसका परिणाम ये हुआ कि जब एक बार एक बहुत बड़े ग्राउंड में एक चीफ गेस्ट करके, उस समय युवराज चार्ल्स, दैट इज चार्ल्स, Prince Charles was coming. So he got down from his car and he was going straight towards the main entrance. There on the side, there were many stalls by different Indian organizations. He saw Seva International. So he went straight away to the Seva International stall and said, you people are doing wonderful work. I appreciate your work. And then he went to the main hall. So Seva International, Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh are highly regarded all over the world. तो थोड़ा सा आपको बताया।
Thank you. Anybody? Sasmita Panigrahi, you are sending some message. Sasmita Panigrahi is there?
बरदाऊ
हाँ कौन
ମୁଁ ଉମାଶଙ୍କର ମିଶ୍ର କଟକରୁ କହୁଥିଲେ।
हाँ
My point is Sanatani Dharma is anyway related to Aryans, because Germans they tell that we are pure Aryans. In history we have to read that Aryans were near Caspians of lake. So there is a confusion whether Aryans are Sanatanis and they originated from India or they are migrated species from outside India. Mr. Ravi Kumar, I think you can highlight something on this.
बरदास दास जी मैं बोलूं?
हाँ बोलिए।
Okay. It all happened because of archaeology. So when in the year 1790, the archaeologists went to different parts of the world to find out the history of human race. Because everybody is curious to know what happened 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 years before. So when they started digging in Middle East, they found many artifacts that resembled India. For example, in a place called Anatolia, that is the border of Syria, Iraq, and Turkey. That in Syria, Iraq, and Turkey, they found a kingdom called Mitanni Kingdom. There's another kingdom called Hittite Kingdom. So they found a lot of clay tablets in which Agni, Varun, Indra, Ashwini Kumars, all their names are written. Then for training the horses, various steps are given. Turn right, turn left, all written in Sanskrit, but in a Hurrian script. Script is not Devanagari, but Hurrian script, but the words are all in Sanskrit, 1, 3, 5, 7. So they thought this is all something like 3000 BC, some 4000 years before, there was a Hindu empire in Middle East. So they thought the Hindus must have migrated from Middle East and gone to India. That is called Aryan invasion. Then another branch of Aryans went to Greece and Italy, etc. And why? Because around the same time, they found that the French language is having 2000 Sanskrit words. Greek language, Italian language, Latin, all the languages in Europe are having plenty of Sanskrit words. Now, why this is? So they came with a theory that somewhere in Anatolia, the Aryans migrated to Europe, they migrated to Bharat. But now that we have done more and more excavations everywhere, and at that time in 1790 there was no Mohenjo-daro known to us, the world. Mohenjo-daro came to know through a Bengali, Rakhal Das Banerjee, in the year 1920. So till then, India's people were thought that India's history is very recent. Only Buddha was 2500 years before, and all happened because of Aryans migrating or Aryan invasion of India. But now we have enough proof saying that the Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, before Harappa is what we have Saraswati Nadi civilization. You have Rakhi Gadi in Haryana, you have Kalibangan in Rajasthan. These cities are the oldest cities of the world, planned cities of the world, and these are much older than what you see in Middle East, the Mitannis and the Hittites. So now it is very clear that the Aryans from India migrated because of a severe drought, lack of water, because the Saraswati Nadi dried up. And we know Saraswati Nadi doesn't exist today now on the land. It is going below the sea. It has dried up because the Jhelum Nadi, which was flowing into Saraswati, it changed because of tectonic shift. It went into Sindhu Nadi. So Sindhu civilization started after this. And another river called Yamuna River, which was falling into Saraswati, that also changed and went into Ganga Nadi. And therefore, Ganges civilization started, and this Saraswati civilization started going down. These are all the findings of IIT Kharagpur, IIT Kanpur. They have done research on this. Research say that the Aryans migrated from India to all over Middle East and to the European countries. That is why you find the Persian language is full of Sanskrit words. You find various languages in Middle East and in other countries are full of Sanskrit. There is a country called Aryamania. It's called Armenia, but it is coming from the word Arya. They say 4000 years before our ancestors came from India, they say. So these are all now the latest information based on archaeology. Thank you very much.
Anybody has any questions? Okay, anybody has any question or we will close? Okay, Raviji, we are outing for your next topic.
We'll talk anytime. Call me. You 2 days, 1 day notice, it's okay.
You have got a lot of experience in foreign countries, so you can expect any of the part. Okay, thanks very much. You are busy in so many work. Thank you. On the eve of this RSS.
I end with a prayer like Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Om Sarve Bhavantu
Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pasyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkhva Bhavayet.
Om Shanti
Shanti Shanti Shanti.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद धन्यवाद जय जगन्नाथ
Namaste 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 Vardhavu.
नमस्ते जय जगन्नाथ
Okay, thank you.
जय जगन्नाथ। जय जगन्नाथ।